Hi, welcome to my tutorial on how to use SBSR assets to generate your own unique textures for the Centurion car. In this tutorial, I'm gonna explain all SBSR parameters, and in second part, I'll be showing you how to create your own badges. I tried to make this tutorial as informative as possible, so even non-designers can follow it. So, let's start. First of all, you need to download free software to use SBSR. Go to algorithmic.com, under software choose Substance Player, click download, click download once again, log into your account or create one and you are good to go. Okay, it's time to load mesh in Substance Player. To do that, you need to go to Geometry tab and press Load Mesh. Navigate to your mesh, press All Formats to reveal all models. Model is loaded, so go to your folder with SBSR files and drag and drop SBSR file. Every SBSR prepared for certain models, so choose proper SBSR. Navigate to maps I provided with archive. And default preset is working correctly. Resolution is low by default, you can change it anytime. I will go with 1024 pixels. It's time to make some changes. Camouflage defines look of camouflage. You can set your own tile texture or choose from 3 procedurally generated types. You also can make your own mask to drive camouflage area. As you can see, I'm choosing predefined types of camouflage, but more powerful feature is setting your own texture. This can drastically improve and make your asset unique. Next, base parameters. They include base color, detail color, and transition pattern. I will choose previous texture as custom transition pattern and show how it works later. There are two predefined transition patterns, diagonal and checker. Let's see how custom transition works. There is one parameter for custom transition, is tiling. I will go with diagonal transition for this presentation. You can invert transition. There is solid color mode, which erases any transitions. Here you can change base color and color of details. Under glass drop-down, you can set up color for glass parts. I gave you full color lightness in case you find some interesting combinations, but in most time use pretty dark values. Lights drop-down is all about any emissions in model. Here you can change color for engine lights, front and back lights. Blood splatter, dirt and scratches are under Imperfections tab. First, let me show some parameters of blood splatter. You can turn it on and off. Handy, isn't it? Okay, let me explain some of the parameters. There is fade mask, which controls area where blood will be presented. Also, you could choose random blood splatter. Other parameters control direction, rotation, and density of blood. I don't need blood in this texture, so I will turn it off. There are only 2 levels of dirt. For this presentation, I don't need ground dirt. Also, you can put scratches on model. They will reveal raw metal parts. Last drop-down menu is Custom Texture. It allows you to override the base texture with your custom one and keep all imperfections in place. I provided you texture for testing. In second part, I'll teach you how to create your logotypes or badges and put them on model. You can change hue color of the texture and can set your own parameters for metallic and roughness. Let's save textures and test them in Unity. Choose graph named Base Material. Right-click and save as bitmap to any place on your computer. Don't save normal maps from here. You can use AO provided by me in Archive or use this one. Let's go to Unity. Simply drag and drop textures and models in Asset field. Create new material. Name it. Assign to your model and place textures in correct fields. We need OpenGL normal maps. They are provided by me in Archive. Let Unity fix them. And now your model is fully working. I like to set smoothness parameters a little bit lower. Thanks for watching. I hope information in the first part was helpful. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to contact me in YouTube commentary section. Next part will be about custom badges. I tried to make tutorial as friendly as possible. My main goal was to teach you how to make graphics if you have ideas but don't know any graphical software. First, download Inkscape. It is vector graphic editor. Open Photoshop or any free alternative like Krita. I have prepared images found online. I want to make something like hand inside star with blood and make it feel like revolution symbol. This picture is in different color mode. Well, it's not a problem. Your image is probably in correct mode. Press Ctrl A. This operation will select everything in canvas. Ctrl C for copy. Same operation for hand image. Ctrl A, Ctrl C and Ctrl V on working image. Make all images to be transparent, or even change normal to multiply. This will help to see them clearly. Right-click and choose Free Transform. Do a simple transform, rotation and scale. For scale, press Shift and this will make accurate scale for your image. Put model in place and, if you need, do some additional transform. Time to change blood layer. Do the same manipulations. Now you can see the idea. It is already clear, but I will do some cleaning to remove unnecessary blood. Select and delete area pressing delete button. Nice. Let's save it and go to Inkscape to make vector logotype from this. File, Save As. Now you can drag and drop image from browser to Inkscape. Default parameters should work fine. In Inkscape there is infinite workspace. But to keep things clear, drag image to outline space. First I will make a star. I'll show you how to use primitives. Inkscape already have n-gons and star shapes. Let's use them. Oops. That's because my material is fully transparent. I will change it. If you have different UI and you have similar problem, press Shift Ctrl F. To switch between manipulators of scale and rotation, you need to click on vector. What I did right now is set pivot point to the top. Pivot point is manipulation center. All my manipulations will go from this pivot point. Also, in Inkscape you should press Ctrl to use accurate scale. Now, to reveal working image, I will set vector to be transparent. If you don't have this menu, press Shift Ctrl F. Now it is time to use our main instrument. If you don't see this instrument, press Shift plus F6. Do single clicks with pretty big gaps between clicks. You should create outline of shape. We will clean this shape later. What we need is just rough representation of shape. close the shape by pressing little gray square. Now we need to enter handle editing mode. You can press F2 or choose second icon after black arrow. Here's the important part. We will delete some handles, so Inkscape will make nice and clean transition between them. You can manually change arch of transition. Also, take a note how I use different styles of handles. In particular, I use only one type of handle, with circle in arch icon. Try to follow curves of your concept. You don't have to be precise, but it's always a good thing to keep everything clean. In next step, we need to subtract our hand from the star shape. Choose black arrow instrument and click on the star shape with Shift selected. Go to Contour and choose Difference. Alternatively, press Ctrl and minus. Next step is creating inside shapes. Note that almost in every logotypes, forms are driven by shadows and outline. So we will do the same. Simply outline all shadows of hand and do the same cleaning operation as before. If you lose your stroke, find gray square and start from it. Select our shadows, then star shape, and use Union or Ctrl and plus. See how it looks. Next step, blood. Use absolutely the same method. I told you so. Almost every time we use this tool. For this particular case, we need to make inner smudges, because we need to close shape of star. Okay, now we can delete our collage concept. I recommend making your vectors bigger, because after export in PNG, they can appear in small resolution. Remember, hold Ctrl to make non-destructive scale. Now you can make export. Navigate to File, Export to PNG, or alternatively press Shift Ctrl E. All default parameters should work fine. Select folder where you want to see your PNG and press Export. Now it's time to put our beige on car. You can put it in Photoshop or place directly on the model in Blender. It is easy, so I will show you how. Next step, get Blender. Go to blender.org and hit download button. Open Blender and delete everything in the scene. You can press B to call box select mode, or simply press A. This operation should select all meshes and then press delete. Go to File, Import, Import FBX and navigate to your Models folder. Model have an armature. I will delete it, but you can keep. Press Shift A to call Add Menu and add Plane. We need plane to put our texture on it. There's no need to go to Edit mode for this model, this is just my habit. Drag screen from top label and change window type to UV Image Editor. In this window we can manipulate images. At the bottom of the screen, click Open and navigate to your logo. To get clear view, press little plus button in 3D view. And under shading click Texture Solid. We need material for our model, so that Blender knows what material he should use. Go to Materials and click New, then press Transparency and pull Alpha slider to 0 value. After that, click Textures button, click New, click little image icon and select your texture. We need to tell Blender that image have alpha. Near the bottom there is alpha checkbox. Press it, done. Model should also have alpha, so that it won't appear opaque in baking. So, I will delete mirrored part of my model. Press 7 and 5 on numpad to tell view to be top orthographic. Press little button with transparent white cube. This option will reveal geometry underneath. Do box select and select half of the model. You might want to choose face select. Now we need to split our half. Press P. This operation is for separating meshes. We need some modifiers for our beige. Go to Modifiers tab. It looks like branch. Add subdivision surface. Make it to be simple and subdivide 5 times. One more modifier. Shrink wrap. Press eyedropper icon and choose model to project to. Change mode to project and set direction to be positive and negative. Now beige is trying to snap to model. You can activate all manipulators for transforming the model by holding Shift and pressing on manipulators icon. One hotkey you should use for the beige is S hotkey. It is scale hotkey. Actually, there is handy hotkeys like S and G and R for scale, grab and rotate. I'm happy with the result. It is time to bake this out. Press Shift and right click select on model to bake to, so that baking model from will be red orange and model to bake to will be orange. Press Tab and go to UV Image Editor. Hit New button and set your texture to bake to. Done. Check if everything selected properly. Go to Render tab. It looks like little camera. There is Bake drop down. Change Full Render to Textures. Activate checkbox, select it to Active and hit Bake. Fast and easy. Let's save image. You can press F3 or go to Image, Save As. Make sure you are using PNG RGBA. Compression doesn't matter, PNG is lossless. Done. Go to Photoshop to do some cleanup. Simply select everything except beige and delete. Now we need to paint our beige with any color. I choose red. Make new layer. Fill it with color. Press Alt and click on layer so that we will create clipping mask and save. Let's put our new beige on model. As you might remember from first part of this video, it is really simple. Go to Custom Texture and load Custom Albedo. Done. I will change color of it a little bit. Nice, let's save. Go to Base Material Graph and export base color and smoothness. Replace textures in Unity. Now you can make your own badges. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you have any questions about some parts of this tutorial or about my asset, please ask me. I'll try to answer as fast as possible. You can check ArtStation page to see my other work. Also, if you have 5 more minutes, please check out my survey about this asset, about tutorial and what assets do you want to see in the future.